Before I can tell you why Kobe was such a huge inspiration in my life, we gotta rewind it back to when I was 3 years old. When I was 3 years old, I was in love with basketball. I watched the NBA, and my favorite team was obviously the LA Lakers, and my favorite player was Kobe Bryant. To the point that when I was playing a youth league back then, the teams that we had were NBA teams. So each team will get a designated NBA team, and my team that I was designated was the Spurs. And I remember at that age, I was livid because I wanted to be in the Lakers team and wear that purple and gold and wear that number 8. Unfortunately, I had to be a part of the Spurs team in that youth league growing up. But ever since then, Kobe Bryant was a huge influence in my life. And growing up, watching his NBA games, watching the Lakers in championship matchups against the Detroit Pistons and losing against the Pistons in '04, that was a huge heartbreak for me. And growing up, I watched tons of videos, tons of highlights, thousands of interviews, articles, anything and everything possible because I wanted to see what made Kobe one of the greatest in basketball. And throughout the years, I saw a lot of things, habits that he incorporated that made him different from the rest of the pack, some of which I included in my life and started implementing in my life because growing up, my goal was to make it to the NBA. And I understood that if I wanted to be great, I needed to do whatever the greats were doing. And Kobe was the person that I was looking up to. He was my Michael Jordan, if you may will. Growing up, I didn't know about Michael Jordan until I was probably in my teenage years. So Kobe was my Michael Jordan, my icon, the greatest of all time in my opinion, and it still is to this day. I would watch a lot of videos just to see anything that he would mention, anything that he would say that would rub on me. Waking up early, shooting hundreds of shots a day, practicing different spots, being disciplined, being persistent, all those things that throughout the years he not only mentioned, but I could visually see through his practice, through his workouts, through his dedication to the game, and through the results that he did every single day and every single game and season as the years went on in the league. Fast forward to my teenage years, everything and everything for me was Lakers. I was a diehard Lakers fan. I was livid when we lost to the Boston Celtics in '08, and then I was super excited when we bounced back and won in '09 and '10. I wanted them to get a three-peat in 2011 because then Kobe would have 6 championship and they would tie Michael Jordan. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But in those teenage years, I continued playing basketball, and a lot of the things that Kobe said are a lot of things that I implemented in my life. I wanted to wake up early and work out early. And the reason for it was because that discipline aspect that not a lot of people will wake up early. Not a lot of people would even not only wake up early but also work out early. And that was one thing that I was like, oh, well, if Kobe did this and not a lot of people did it, I need to do this in order to be great, in order to become better. Discipline and persistence, focus on workouts. I If I failed, I would get back up and try again. If I missed a shot, I would try it again. I would do my best to continue pushing forward no matter what the obstacles were throughout my journey. I've always pushed forward and it's stuck to this till still to this day. Everything that I do, if I fail, I get back. I learn from it before getting up. Fast forward into 2016 or 2015 when Kobe announced that he was going to retire. I knew that one of my all time bucket list, top in the bucket list for me, was to watch Kobe play before he retired. My goal was to see him play for his last game, but tickets for that game were just insane at the time. There were tickets in the rafters right over there at the top, fixing light bulbs and everything, the spotlights for about $800 each. And that would have needed to be included with also the flight to go from Puerto Rico to Los Angeles. So I was just like, that's just too expensive. So my aunt and I, we found really, really good tickets to watch Kobe play against the New Orleans Pelicans in New Orleans. Third to last game or fourth to last game. And for $200, we sat down probably like four rows behind their basket and right next to their bench. So I was able to see him play the first and last time. And I remember that game, which is a blur. When he walked out, you can feel the energy, you can feel everything changing. And for me, I was just in shock because I would see him throughout years and years on my phone, on the TV, on the newspaper, and there wasn't a sense to me. He just felt like a superhero. Obviously, throughout the years, throughout his mistakes, throughout his failures in basketball, and him leveling himself up, I've learned that he's human just as I am. He makes mistakes. He fails as well. And just to see him in person, it was just very, very emotional. It was a surreal moment for me. I remember in that game, I was telling my aunt, if Kobe's not playing, forget about the game. Let's just focus on him. Have your camera ready so if he looks at this side, then you can capture that moment. Because I had a sign, I'm going to put it somewhere in the screen. I had a sign that I had made for him that it said, "Thank you for inspiring a kid from Puerto Rico to believe in hard work and sacrifice throughout the years." And it had a lot of pictures on it. And I remember that I completely forgot. And my aunt was watching the game, and Kobe was in the bench. And for some reason, in a split second, Kobe and I made eye contact. And I remember raising my poster, and in our section there weren't a lot of people with posters, so it was me and one other person in the section right next to us. But that person was just enjoying the game. They weren't putting their sign up. So I remember I put my sign up, and Kobe saw it, and he was like, he acknowledged it, and he did like this, and it still gives me chills to this day because that moment never got captured. After that moment, after I did Kobe like this and I did that sign and he did it like this and acknowledged it, I turned around to my aunt and she was watching the game and that moment never got captured. But for me, that's probably one of the biggest moments in my life because this person that I looked up to for so many years, a person that I respected, the person that I looked like pretty much modeled my entire game of basketball off, and also some of the qualities and aspects that he did in the basketball court. I implement them in my daily life. He was acknowledged in my poster and knowing that I was from Puerto Rico to watch him play, and that was a big moment for me. Fast forward to 2020, January 26th to be more specific. I remember I'm at a PRSA meeting, and PRSA stands for Puerto Rican Student Association, and I was the president for that organization my last 2 years in college. And we had a cabinet meeting at noon. It was around noon. I remember I got a text from my best friend's group chat from Puerto Rico, and they were like, "Have you seen the news about Kobe?" And they posted something like a photo or a tweet, something that said Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash. And I was just like I was too focused on the meeting that I was just like, wait, what? And then a couple of people in my group chat were also texting about it. And then I hop on Twitter and Kobe Bryant's trending. And I looked on it and I clicked on Kobe Bryant trending. And when I looked at it, TMZ posted it. Kobe Bryant, I'm on the 7 people that passed away, helicopter crash in LA this in the afternoon. And everything just stopped for a second. I was like, nah, this can't be real. And then CNN started posting it, and other news media outlets were posting about it. And that rest of the meeting was bliss for me. Like I remember I tried to focus, but I couldn't. Meeting ended. I'm hopping on the bus to go back to my apartment, which is off campus. And I'm just thinking about, wait, did Kobe Bryant just passed away? Like I was just so in shock. I get back to my apartment. I'm looking through my phone, looking at the news, and this is legit. Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash, and I'm still like in awe, and I can't believe it. I call my dad, or I think my dad calls me, and my dad obviously has been always there for me since I was very young, and he was one of the biggest influence in my life, and he supported me throughout all the different sports that I played. And he knew how much, and he knows still to this day how much of an inspiration Kobe Bryant was in my life. From the shoes, from the hand sleeve, from the knee pads, from the way that I walked, the way that I play, the way that I shot my shot, the fadeaways, everything I did was to emulate him in order to get to a new level of basketball, but a new level of life. And he was also a huge Kobe Bryant fan. And I remember when he got on the phone with me, I just started bawling my eyes out. And I am an emotional person behind the scenes sometimes in life, but I rarely cry to other people. And in that moment, when I was on the phone with him, eh, all the thoughts, all the moments of when I was younger and me trying to be like Kobe, shooting the fadeaway, trying to be in the Lakers team, but I was assigned to the sports Spurs team in the youth league. Growing up, wanting the Kobe shoes, getting the everything Kobe related, watching the games, watching the highlights, getting the newspaper articles, getting everything. My dad waking up early in the morning to pick me up, to go work out, to shoot some hoops, rebound for me. These memories were just going by really, really fast in my head. And I just started bawling my eyes out because I was hitting, like, Kobe Bryant was a huge influence in my life, and it was for millions of people around the world. And one of my goals in the future was to meet him and say thank you for being a huge inspiration. Unfortunately, that's something that I will have to be patient about. I know that eventually in another life I'll be able to say thank you. But yeah, that was pretty much that moment. And from there on out, everything, all the memories that I have of him, that memory of him in the game acknowledging my poster, all the huge iconic shots, moments, conversations with my friends that some of them were LeBron fans, and we would go back and forth debating in high school and in lunch and break time before school started about Kobe being the best. No, LeBron's the best. And I'd be like, no, Kobe has 5 championships. LeBron only has one. He blah, blah, blah. All those debates and all those memories suddenly just came back to mind. And the reason that Kobe Bryant is one of the biggest influences in my life is because he preached belief in yourself. He preached leaving no stone unturned. And he preached hard work. He preached dedication. He preached not only love for the game, but love for yourself. And everything that he did at 100% with everything that he had. Even when he tore his Achilles, he came back and shot those 2 free throws to tie the game, and he walked back on him by himself on one leg. All those memories and all those habits of persistence, discipline, focus, hard work, dedication, relentless drive, all those stick to me to this day. That's the reason why I believe it's extremely important for you to find people in your life. It doesn't have to be anyone outside, like a celebrity or a sports icon, but anyone in your life, a family member, a friend that does or does what you want to do one day, or is someone that supports you along the way. For me in my life, Kobe Bryant was that. I did have my family to guide me and to provide me with values and morals and keep me on a straight and narrow. And Kobe Bryant was that aspect in my professional life. In my career, I wanted to be a basketball player. So Kobe Bryant was my blueprint, my model to follow. Some of the aspects that I follow him on basketball translated to my life. And I still have to this day. The reason that I try my best to wake up early and work out early is because of Kobe Bryant. The reason that I am as passionate as I am and as caring with people and with everything I do is because of Kobe Bryant. The reason that I am dedicated, the reason that I'm organized, the reason that I always strive to be better and inspire others to be better is because of Kobe Bryant. And I am super grateful and I'm forever indebted to him because throughout his life, throughout his passions, throughout his failures and mistakes that were made public, I just saw another human being just trying his best to be the best person and be the best basketball player. And that inspired the fuck out of me. And to this day, I always think about him. I always comes to mind whenever select dates come, like the day that he passed away, the day that he scored 81 points, The day that I saw that last basketball game, the last game that he scored 60 points, all those memories come back to time and come back to mind. And I encourage you guys to find people that you look up to, people that you want to emulate, and not only emulate or not necessarily copy them, but find aspects and find habits in what they do that you can incorporate to your life. Because Kobe mentioned that greatness is inspiring others to become better, to become their best version of themselves. And I think that's what Kobe did with me, and why I consider him my greatest of all time is because he did just that. He inspired me through his not only his words but also his actions and his results, that I could strive to be better as well. And no matter what it is that I want to achieve in life, if I fully dedicate it, if I fully focus, I'm going to find the solution. I'm going to fail, I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, but eventually I'm going to push, and keep being persistent. And there's things that are not going to go my way, but I'm going to learn from them, and they're going to be lessons for me to continue to build character and to continue to become a better human being, a better professional, eventually a better father, a better brother, son. and and yes, I still to this day, I'm always proud whenever I wear this shirt. And I remember I bought it years ago, my freshman year of college in 2016. And it's still to this day, I sometimes I don't even want to wear it because I don't want to tear it or have anything on it, drink or food wise. But because it means so much, this shirt, especially with number 8, which is his first number. These number shirts from him are, they go for a lot of money. I don't know this one specifically, but I do know that some of them are auctioned for a lot of money. But yeah, Kobe Bryant was a huge influence and inspiration, one of the biggest in my life. And I'm gonna close it down with this thought. One of the biggest quotes and one of the things that he passed along, and one of the things that he said in his SP speech, SP, so he got the Icon Award with Peyton Manning and Abby Wambach, I believe that's her name. They got an Icon Award in 2016 for their legacy to their sports. And one of the things that Kobe said is that one of his English professors told them in the class was rest at the end, not in the middle. And that's one thing that he took to heart. And what I believe that means is that rest whenever you know that you've given everything that you had, that everything, every solution or every problem is resolved, everything that you wanted to do, you fully did. There's no, like I mentioned, no stone left untouched or unturned. You put in your 100% effort, 100% focus, dedication, and passion into whatever it was that you wanted to do. And after all that, then you can rest. But while we are in the course of life, let's not focus on resting. Yes, there is resting for us to become, for our body to heal and everything, that sleep, and sleep is important. But what he means by rest is not being complacent and never be satisfied until the job is done. There's a very popular interview where the reporter asks him, "You're up 2-0. Are you not happy? Why are you not smiling?" And he said, "What is there to be happy about? Job is not done." And just like he said, job is not done, our job is not done. We're just beginning, and there's a lot of life to live. And we are blessed that we wake up every single day with the opportunity to live this life with its highs, with its lows, with its dark days, with its bright days, with the smiles, with the cries, laughters, and everything. We just have one life. Job is not done. So we are going to continue to focus. I'm going to continue to inspire through this channel to the people that are watching. And to the people that are watching, I hope that this video inspires you to inspire other people as well in your life and in your own way, because we should all rest at the end, not in the middle. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys appreciate life as it comes, and tell everyone that you love them and you appreciate them, because we never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And like I mentioned, Kobe said, job is not done, rest at the end, not in the middle. And I tell you guys, we're just getting started, rest at the end, not in the middle. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. More videos coming soon. And RIP Kobe Bryant. Black Mamba forever. Peace.